Hi everybody and welcome to episode 14 of KBN Podcast. We're joined by myself, Solrinder. We got Cahill.
Cahill.
God damn it. CahillCL. There you go.
Hi.
Is that better?
Yeah, sorry, I'm happy now.
And we got the absolutely fabulous Biirchyyy.
Hi. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Today we're joined by a hilarious legend, host of Get in the Bin podcast, a legendary scouser, our great friend, the Monk 13. How you doing, my mate?
Good day, kids.
I love that hat, dude.
That's as posh as he's going
Hello.
to get for the
Thanks for
entire
having
podcast.
Yes, probably is, yeah. Good day. That's it. Yeah, it's out the window now.
It's only downhill.
I'll have a couple. I'll have a couple of drinks and then that'll be it. Then it'll be really out the window.
No.
You'll be like, what did he say? What?
Is he allowed to say that?
We'll find out.
Say first.
Managers, is that okay?
Say first, ask questions later, right? That's the policy.
It's the verbal diarrhea. It's the problem of like, I recognise that voice. Oh wait, it's mine. And even when he said it, you kind of like, yeah, whoops.
Monk's been asking to come on since day one, by the way.
I have, and you know what? I've got a bone to pick with you because who doesn't put me on the 13th episode?
I was thinking this, you know. I was like, unlucky number 13 will get cancelled.
It's all Cahill's fault for not planning properly.
Let's not start this Cahill thing.
Cahill's
Let's
fault.
not start this.
For sure.
Let's not start this.
It blows my mind the amount of people that struggle with your name. I think
I'm dyslexic and I understand how people struggle with it.
I think we know though. I think you two know because of football.
because of Tim Cahill.
Like Tim Cahill, Gary Cahill,
Yeah.
just Cahill.
Gary Cahill.
But then like
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
people who don't know football don't know.
Yeah.
And I was in someone's stream the other day. They were playing FIFA actually, and it was like, "Yo, okay, welcome to the stream." I was like, "Oh yes, they know." I'm like, what a legendary footballer! What a great centre back! I'm like,
oh,
You've never clicked follow so fast, have you?
I was like, "So Rob Cahill, but we'll allow it." I was like,
Nothing beats Gary Cahill joining Chelsea in January from Bolton and winning the Champions League 6 months later.
absolute mental. Pure limb.
I'll tell you what. As someone who was in
says that.
Bolton at the time when I was at uni, he was not very well appreciated
Nah.
for that move.
No, I can imagine.
Ridiculous. Like they had a few like Chelsea fans, like who obviously went to uni because obviously young people all over the country, and like the amount of shit they got for just having a Chelsea shirt on.
Yeah,
in
it's
Bolton.
rough being a Chelsea fan. I genuinely think we are the most hated fans
No,
after Tottenham.
Liverpool.
No, Millwall.
Millwall.
Millwall are the most hated, followed by
Yeah, but
Liverpool.
see, I
in my
don't know any
opinion.
Millwall fans though. So for me, it's like, which is weird because you'd think down south, like being east of
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, especially on Joe way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally all West Ham. It's
I-
all West
I
Ham
think-
and
I
Arsenal.
think some of
Tottenham, around here.
Yeah, some of them get a bad rep though, because like I used to work in like a proper dive bar in Bolton, and on and away when Bolton played Millwall, like obviously at Bolton, about 50 to 60 Millwall fans came into my pub, and the other two bar staff cried off. So it was me on my own with 60 Millwall fans who obviously just want to get pissed before a game. And you know what? Most of them were all right. There was this like massive tattooed guy just sat in the corner next to the regular gypsy that came in, and I had a chat with him, and I was like
Regular
on
gypsy.
edge, all like yeah, regular gypsy. Yeah, I was proper on edge for like the whole time, thinking they're just gonna kick off and have a fight. And like because I was on my own, I was doing my best to serve as many people, and they started getting a bit rowdy. And this guy just like stood up in the corner. I was like, "Right, you slags! He's on his own. He's pouring your drinks. Now fuck off!" And I was like, "All right, sound. He's on my side."
I like you.
And I was like, yeah, I was like, whew. And like when he left me like it was like a 25, 30 pound tip he left me as well when he walked out. So
Happy
wasn't too bad.
days.
Happy days.
Yeah,
To be fair, if he's
Big
up
up
there, that's about
Millwall.
the cost of one fucking pint for him usually.
yeah, it was like, and by dive bar it was proper cheap. You would get like 3 Jaeger bombs for like £2.50. A pint was like £3
yeah.
Especially
and stuff
in
like that.
Bolton.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Jaeger bomb.
Typical Bolton.
Jaeger
Yeah,
bombs around here.
a spirit mixer was cheaper than a pint. It was £2.
No.
Yeah.
Jaeger bombs around here before COVID were 2 for £5 pretty much everywhere you went. Now it's literally like 3 for £10 or like 2 for £9. I'm just like, for a fucking
The standard's
Jaeger
normally 3 for a
bomb.
fiver. Round
3
here.
for a fiver. So yeah, standard's 2 for a fiver here. Which again
Yeah,
isn't
3
that
for
bad.
£5.
Oh, you southerners and your high
It's
cost.
shit.
Any of the shots 5 for a £5 usually. around here.
The only
Yeah.
shots that are like 5 for a 5
Yeah.
around here, I think, were probably like sours.
Oh,
Yeah, I was about to say,
Barbar's the one.
It-
Yeah, like
it's actually closer for me to Biirchyyy for some reason. two for 5 on Jaeger bombs, and like sours are probably £1.50, £2 each.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's bad.
Rough.
Like if there's more
Disgrace!
than if there's more than like 5 or it's a disgrace.
Disgusting.
If there's more than like 5 or 6 of you, like
Disgusting.
getting around is easily costing you like 40 quid.
Yeah.
It's bad, man.
That's rough.
It's
That.
bad.
Yeah, you just come north. Just easy.
I
mate.
just do it
Yeah.
and just sort of I'll try and get the first round in, so at least I know I'm like for like 6 rounds or something. Like I'm good. Like my pay's done.
You're safe,
My pay's
safe
done.
for a bit.
Like,
See, like, I don't mind doing around with people, but then you always get that one person who's like, oh, I'll have like, let's say they have like a double spirit mixer, and then when it's theirs, they'll be like, just pour us a Coke in that glass. Just so it looks like, just so they save a couple of
Yeah,
quid. It's
yeah.
like, you're just a scab.
yeah.
Just buy a
There's
drink.
always the one person though, isn't there?
It's always one as well. Fucking
You I'll get the first round. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll have like a double top shelf
Yeah.
whiskey. And you're like, you motherfuckers. When it's my turn, you're gonna hand me a Jaeger bomb. Like, that's what you
you'll
get.
get what I buy you and shut up.
yeah.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
worst is when it's your round and someone suggests like, oh, should we all get shots in? And it's like, what are you
Yeah,
thinking on your
yeah.
round? It's like, no, it's my round. I'm the one getting the shots in. Like,
Fuck off.
Wank.
And it's even worse when they want shots that you don't like.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember when in Somnia
Sambuca.
and Scott brought
Tequila, was it?
tequila. He was like, we're having tequila. I was like, we
Oh
don't want
my
tequila.
god.
There's nothing wrong
We
with tequila.
all said we won't drink tequila.
Yeah.
And he's got
And
like
he
10
got,
tequilas.
he
And we're
got
like, what the fuck, bro?
Not wrong with tequila.
Well, like, we just said we're not going to get them.
There's
It's a lot
a
of money.
For
There's
me,
a
it was a
bar in
classic
Liverpool.
over the shoulder one.
there's a bar in Liverpool that's strictly a tequila bar, and like the amount of business they go through because you have like records for certain things, and they've got like a suicide shot where obviously you snort the salt, do the tequila, and pour the lemon juice in your eye, and the record's something daft like 15, 16 like on the run, and you think you're like someone's nose alone just to snort that much salt must be wrecked, but then pouring lemon juice in your eye for 16 as well.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
you'd be
feel like
blind,
the-
wouldn't you?
I think
the lemon juice would just
four or five.
after like 4
Was the
yeah,
most I
after
got
4 or
to.
5 of the lemons, I feel like it wouldn't even matter how much you put in. You just wouldn't feel anything else.
No,
You're
probably.
always gone.
Probably the
That's
point actually.
mental.
I
Yeah.
think I best do 15 tequila shots in a row.
No, I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't handle tequila at all.
Jaeger bombs my
Tequila's
thing.
that poison for me. You know, when I has that one drink, then can't drink. Like mine is tequila.
Yeah,
I'll drink
yeah.
anything else. Tequila, I
I'm
can't
the
do.
same. It just makes me.
No, have you ever had the strawberry cream
Ugh.
sambuca? That like pink and black
See,
bottle
tequila
tequila,
rose.
rose. That shit goes down like cow pole.
It's good that.
No,
I
I
never
love
had
that
it
shit.
until I went
It's
to
so- it's so
Benidorm. So literally the February before COVID kicked off, I went on my mate's stag do to Benidorm. That was the first time I ever had it.
Yeah, I only
I
had
was
my,
like,
the first
oh.
time. I think it was last year. The first time I did it. My friend who lives now in New Zealand. He used to be a bar manager, and we went there for a night out. Someone's birthday. Anyway, we got a lot of free drinks, and this tray of tequila rose shots came out. I was just fucking necking them. They were mint.
Yeah, they
I was
don't.
like, this is
alcohol.
not tequila.
You can't
Yeah, I was like,
can't taste the tequila in it though, can you? That's the
No,
thing.
I was
So
like, this
that's
is
the
not
reason why it goes
tequila.
down. So it's just pure strawberries.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
You could literally give it to a kid and be like, oh, it's just strawberry milk. Off you go. So have one of them out like a light.
We don't recommend that, just saying.
I recommend it. I've got 2 kids and one of them is a little twat. So definitely.
Go on, sleep. Have some of this. It's Calpol.
Just have a little bit of strawberry milk.
That's,
Oomph,
that's
out
quite
like a
tame
light.
for you. I thought you'd be giving them a bit of rum or something.
No, the rum's mine, mate.
Right,
Let's be
yeah, that's
serious.
fair.
Yeah, the rum's
rum's
too
mine.
precious.
The rum and the whiskey are mine. They can have the tequila rose. It's fine.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, you're allowed to feed 2-year-olds alcohol, aren't you?
The French do it.
As well?
The French.
Yeah, exactly.
The
yeah.
French do it. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they?
I think what's French's drinking age is like 14, isn't it? Something daft like that.
Glasses of wine with dinner and things like that.
Yeah, glasses of wine with dinner from the age of 11, and then they can actually physically drink from like 14.
I think you can do it from 14 here, right? If you're in a restaurant with your family.
16 in it.
Just reminds you of the in-betweeners. I'll have 4 car-free
16,
dinners,
yeah.
4 ciders.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so you have to be with a family member at a meal,
Yeah.
and you're allowed 1 alcoholic drink.
I think it's
I think it's 16.
I think it's 16.
Or is it 16?
16 sounds right. I wouldn't know. I never worked in a restaurant.
Oh, the in-between.
Not allowed.
In-betweeners, man. It's so fucking funny.
Great.
It is.
I love how we're 10 minutes in. We're going on a tangent about drinking. We haven't really introduced you at all.
No.
If so anyone that doesn't know you, it's like, his name's Monk and we're talking about drinking. That's all they know.
Do you know what? That is pretty much all you need to know.
I've basically done it without trying.
No.
Yeah, go on. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about before we.
Yeah.
I'm 31. I'm old as fuck now. I feel old. My body feels like a 50-year-old body.
Don't say that.
Married now, recently married. I've got 2 kids, one who's almost 9, the other one's 2.5, and I've got a full-time job and a part-time job, which kind of explains why I don't stream as much as I probably should do and stuff like that. But yeah, that's me. And if you've not already guessed, I'm from Liverpool.
Yeah,
Your accent sort of gives it away.
you're a busy man. You're a busy man.
I am a busy man. I mean, so for years, like Lou, after we had first baby, like Lou struggled to get a job because obviously she had such a gap in like employment and stuff like that. And then she finally got one in EE, and then obviously with everything, the cost of everything going up, I was like, my dad, luckily, he's retired. He did 30 years in the police, and then he's like, because through that, he started working at Anfield, Goodison, and Lee Sports Village, doing like all the stewards comms.
Oh.
He got me in at Lee, so like I've got at least a steady.
Oh, wicked.
Every time like there's a home game at Lee, as long as I can move my shifts around and stuff, it's like £75-80 a game, which isn't too bad.
Oh, happy days.
Well,
Sim.
A little bit extra cash. It goes a long way.
For sure.
The 4
Especially
games
with
I've
2
got
kids.
this month is paying for exactly. So like the 4 games this month are paying for the eldest's birthday next month.
Yeah.
Get all the presents that way then.
I guess that's what you got to do as a
yeah, spot on.
as a dad.
You can never have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, as a dad, you can never have enough money, can you? Like.
No. Oh, yeah, but it's ridiculous. It's like, look, I'm lucky, like, she doesn't want to do, like, loads of clubs. Like, she just wants to do a swimming, and then the swim bath she was in, they all, like, some little shit from the local area decided it'd be a great idea to climb on the roof, and then it collapsed through.
Oh, shit.
And then, because it was going to cost that much to repair it, they just went, there's no point. We're just gonna rip it all down instead. So we've got to find her a new swimming place still.
Oh my
That's mental, isn't it? That is mental.
Yeah,
It's fucking ridiculous.
jeez.
Just because one little shit was like, oh, I can climb up there.
But
No,
that kid's
hold on,
hated now.
I still remember when we were younger. Do you ever go, like when you go walk around the estates and things like that when you're like 10, 11, 12 and you're just
Yeah.
not causing havoc or trouble, but just sort of just being mischievous. You'd have
Yeah,
those
just
little
mooching around.
those little corners where you'd have
You didn't cause trouble.
no. I was a good lad. It was the people I was around. They were bad influence.
Good Christian
Yeah,
boy. Is that what you
everyone
were? You trying to
William
say?
is great at
It's
school.
always
He's a
the
hard
friends.
worker, but he just gets distracted easily. Was literally every parent's teacher conference.
Think it's in the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
I wished mine was that lucky.
No, I love.
You were the one next to
I was a
me.
little
Yeah.
shit, particularly high school. But I had the ace in the hole though as well, because like, because my sister got bullied in the school and then ended up committing suicide.
Mm.
That was always my ace in the hole. Every time I got in trouble, I was like, yeah, but you let my sister die, and they were like,
Oh.
oh, we just have to let him go. We can't. It was like I was such a shitty move to play,
Savage.
but it got me out of so much trouble at school.
Yeah.
It was just
Guess
like.
no one wants to walk down that path, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's
they
like,
don't wanna-
Okay,
not
you go
even
do what you
touching
gotta
it,
do.
just going away, just off you go. And I was like, there we go, fine, thanks.
If this is overstepping a boundary, please say it. And then you don't have. I don't know if you
No,
haven't
no.
got to answer anything, but I want to say that how did you cope with that? How did you deal with such a big thing going on so early on in your life?
It was a proper drop kick, like so obviously, I was 11 at the time, she was 12, and I don't think I really processed it properly until about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I just shut it away. I used sarcasm, little shitty jokes, being an absolute knobhead as defense mechanisms for everything. And then it was probably like 2 years ago. Lee was like, literally, you need to sort yourself out, otherwise I'm leaving. And that was the kick I got to go and sort myself out.
Yeah.
Went through some therapy and stuff like that, and then I said to Lou, after we got married, like a big like chunk of mine is like that sudden departure of her going. People just leaving my life was then always a fear. So like I was always pushing people away to make sure that I had a reason for why they left.
Yeah.
So then, but once we got married, that fear of her going just went, and like a lot of that relieved a lot of the chunk of the stress and stuff. But like there's aspects around it that like I thought was my fault, and if it wasn't for like sticking with me for how long as she did, there's a chance I probably wouldn't be here. But she's like, I've been here with me for 10 years, literally just putting up with the amount of shit I did.
Yeah.
And like how much of a knobhead I could be. is like it's a big reason as to why I'm still here.
Yeah.
So nice that you've got like such a supportive, loving partner like that. So.
Oh, she's amazing. I can't even fault her because like I said before, like she's given me a Mac just so I can have a Discord on the go
Wow.
because my computer's just close to blowing up otherwise. So it's like
Shout out
Yeah.
Lou.
Yeah, Lou's
Yeah.
incredible. Lou is really, really, really great.
big up Luke.
But no, I
Which also going back to the whole Twitch name thing, some people can't read their name, even though it's R2D Lou. People go Scott, and it's like it baffles the mind.
people are so like, I don't want to say melty, but like crap with names on Twitch, aren't they?
I get called Kachill.
Ka-chill.
Chill.
I would
Ka-chill.
yeah,
So all you're getting called now is ka-chill.
Chill.
it's so annoying.
Daddy
Like,
could chill.
like
Daddy
yo,
ka-chill.
CahillCL. It's like,
Oh my god. I mean, at least
I had a
Ka-chill
friend called Nicole. So Nicaw.
oh my god.
And he joined a stream, and it was a big stream that we all know. I'm not going to call him out. The guy just tried to read it out. Went that's a shit name, mate. And he was just like, whoa! And he messaged me saying, I'm never coming to the stream again. This guy's an asshole. And I'd recommended him. I was like, oh
man.
shit.
That's the worst when you recommended a streamer
Yeah.
and someone doesn't get on with them.
It was, yeah.
Oh.
I strictly only recommend ourselves just for the entertainment value.
No, I think the only fuck up I get of mine is, oh my god, it's Biirchyyy. That's it called I just keep getting Biirchyyy. Like,
To be fair, your name always autocorrects to Biirchyyy when I'm typing it.
You say bitchy too
Yeah.
much, mate.
Yeah.
No, like
maybe he is just maybe he's just
like the R is next to the T on my phone. So if I'm like typing,
Yeah,
just
no, that's
Biirchyyy.
not autocorrect. That's just you typing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. So I type Biirchyyy instead of Biirchyyy
What?
because R is next to the T.
Just went to type in Biirchyyy and accidentally typed massive prick.
I didn't want to say that one, but
So you have a
Oh.
podcast. Actually, before we
do.
go to the podcast, do you want to do the quick fire questions?
No,
Because
go
you always forget the quick fire questions until
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right to
To
the
the
end. So
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
go,
Okay,
Will,
go.
I'll let you.
Okay. Right. How did you come up with your online name?
Right, have you seen Mean Machine, the film?
Mhm.
Right, so the goalkeeper, the monk, in it. There's when I was probably about 14, I got our goalkeeper got sent off, and everyone was like, right, someone needs to go and goal, and I was like, fine, I'll do it because none of you knobheads are gonna do it. We were winning 2-1. We had a corner, and they headed it out, and their striker was rapid, but I was like stood probably in between the halfway line and the 18-yard line, and the ball came over the top, and I thought, I just can't let him pass me. Doesn't get past me, he's not going to score. So let's just run, jumped in the air and just 2-footed him. But obviously, Sunday League in Liverpool, you get away with it. So if you get the ball, you get away with it. I got the ball, sent him flying in the air. The referee was like, he got the ball, play on. I literally just hoofed it down the other end and we ended up winning 2-1. And someone was like, oh, it was such monk-esque.
Oh.
Like, you've seen the bit where, like, when he drop kicks him in the leg.
Yeah.
And that, obviously that's where it started. And then like the 13 is like, it was always my number. So I joined my team first 11-a-side team I joined halfway through the season. So most of the tops had already gone. And they were like, you can either have number 13 or number 15, take your pick. And I was like, do you know what, I'll take 13. And then like it stuck with me. But then obviously at a young age, you don't really look at the numbers. And like, it was only when I got back and I spoke to my uncle and I was like, I took number 13. He went, I'm not even surprised. And I went, why? And he said, because I always remember when he bought me my first Liverpool kit, it was like I think it was the 97-98 season, the white Liverpool away one. With I just wanted Riedel on the back because of number 13. He was like, how do you know we've just bought him? I was like, I don't. I just like the number 13. I want the number 13 in the back. So like it stuck with that. And then like looking back at it now, it's like it's a good choice because like if you look at like players who had 13, like Danny Murphy, Danny Ballock, Maicon, Voller, both Mullers wore it. Like there's been some proper like good players who wore 13. So like as I got older and like you put your names on the back of your top, everyone's like, oh yeah, you having your surname on? I was like, no, I'll have Monk 13. They were like, right, okay. And I said, yeah, don't worry, I'm like a B-Tech Brazilian. so it's fine.
Oh,
B-Tech Brazilian.
Brazilian, you know, like it's like Ronaldinho, isn't it? Like Ronaldinho's like real name is like Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, and like obviously it's shortened to Ronaldo, which is like Little God or something.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is. So it's like I thought I'm not having my surname on because no one can say it right anyway. I might as well just have Monk and everyone can say that. It's fine.
That's a great
That's a
really
really-
story.
That's a class story. Like most are just like, I came with this. I played this game, so like this. That's a proper like origin story. I love that.
Needs to be a film.
It does.
Class.
I'll get Jason Statham to play me.
That's not a bad shout.
A nice little
Wait,
throwback.
who'd play everyone else in the film? Who'd play Cal? Who'd play Will?
Ooh. Just need anyone who's hyperactive to play Cal, really, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Steve Carell.
Yes, Steve Carell, 100%.
That'd be great.
You can just see him doing the knees now, can't you?
Oh, you bastard.
I think personally, I think Eddie Redmayne would be me.
It's not about Charles. He's quite posh,
I can
isn't
see that.
Yeah,
See that.
quite like
Quite fun.
feminine features, I guess.
Yeah.
Quite soft, gentle.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Nice.
And a massive Tory.
You could say he's got a massive cock.
I was also going to say that.
You boys have just got penis on the brain. Shocking.
Always.
What do you expect?
Always.
You love dick, man.
Wow. Okay, just straight up admission. Clip this, please.
I love dick.
I can already see the YouTube short. No context needed. Who'd play you, Will? Who's
wow.
going to play the movie of Soul Render?
Don't know. My friend always tells me, you know, the guy that plays Shaggy. For some reason he says I look like him. I don't see it personally, but
I don't see it, but it'd be brilliant to see him play it.
I don't see it at all.
I see it.
As he gets
I see
older,
actually.
maybe. What's his
I
name?
feel like I need to find a picture of him with like short hair or like.
Yeah.
I think
you know
you
what I
need this
mean? But-
bandana and you'll look like a right little hippie.
We should buy. Can we buy him a bandana?
I'm
I'll bring a
promised one of Biirchyy's.
Yeah,
one of
huge
Biirchyy's
one.
bandanas I'm going to be having
Yeah,
soon.
I've got one bandana that fits.
Ooh,
It's a Harley Davidson one.
Fast. lad.
fast.
It's hang on, what's it say? It
Live
says,
fast.
ride fast, live hard.
Oh.
Ride fast, live
Okay,
hard.
nice.
The only one I've got.
I've never owned a bandana, so I'm excited to own my one
We have to
bandana.
figure out what colour you want of mine.
I only have
Pink.
one bandana, and that was a Ninja Red Bull one. You know, Streamer Ninja.
You had a ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Big fan.
I'm
Does
not,
not
why are
even-
we
does
shocked?
not
Why
surprise
are
me
we
that
shocked
Cal
at
had a jet
all?
band.
I feel like I need to give Cal my black one just so we can pretend to be KSI.
I am KSI.
Oh,
KSI
yeah.
always wears a black bandana.
Yeah. It's fighting on. Oh, it would have already fought by the time this is out.
Wait, when's he fighting?
Saturday.
This Saturday. Oh shit.
Mm.
That could be a Discord watching.
I think
We need to
Will
watch
needs a blue one because that's the only colour I ever see him wear.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
Would make a lot of sense.
Match on match.
Blue shirt gang.
Blue shirt.
innit?
Oh, that's the
There
one.
we
That
go.
is
It's
the
done.
one, mate.
There
It's
you go.
done.
I'll wear it before we meet up, so it's nice and extra sweaty for you.
Yeah, I want a
Yeah,
bit of
yeah.
sweat on it, just to, you know, give me the real Birch
Yeah,
experience.
Some proper cod
I've got to
sweat
work in
when they
it.
bring out a rebirth
I've got
mode.
to work in it.
Yeah, I mean, after you have a shower, you could use it between your legs. to,
Yeah, or before. Yeah.
Or before
Why
you
not
play.
both? Use one half before and one half after. You can guess it off the smell.
Turn it inside out.
Do you work in your bandanas, Biirchyyy?
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
I guarantee if you said you wore them round your penis, you could sell them online. I reckon there'd be some weirdo that would buy
Send me
them.
the link.
I feel like there'd be a lot of people in this community, actually. Like a lot of people.
It's like 10, 20, 30.
Give me.
Yeah. No,
How many? 10 bandanas, £10 each. 10, 20, 30, 40. I've got 95 of that, dude.
I don't think I'm allowed to work in my bandanas. I kind of just wore them and just didn't stop wearing them, and they just didn't ask.
No one said anything.
I mean,
It's one of those things, like 3 years into a job, someone's like, actually, you can't wear that. And you're like, I've worn it for 3 years and no one
Yeah.
said a word.
Oh,
But like one guy that's like, oh, actually, I'm going to say something today.
I got that.
Jobs work.
I used to work in our control room though, and like the actual dress code is black footwear. So I just wore black trainers, and then one person was like, comes along, should really have proper shoes, and I was like, all right. And he's like, and then he ended up like grassing me up to like our highest level manager for it.
Rats.
And she
What a
and she
rat.
came down. She was like, you're not really very professional, are you? And I just like literally got up the dress, like the full like dress code from the staff handbook. Went, what does that say? And she went, black footwear. I said, what colour are they? She went, black. I went, case closed, then, innit?
I love that energy.
I was in a bad mood that day as well. It just helped that
Yeah.
I was in that mood because it was just like, yeah, bye.
Just shut the fuck up, mood.
Be
Put
more
them in their
specific
place.
then.
Yeah, they're not going to be black.
7 years
black
later,
footwear, innit?
7 years later after that conversation, they've still not changed it. So it's still black footwear.
Fair. I get loads of compliments on my
Inside the
handbag
office,
at
yeah.
work from customers. Like,
I like it. It's not something you see very
yeah,
often.
like I wore my bright pink one the other day, and then this elderly guy just goes, "I like that." Literally, that was all he did. Just, I like that.
And
I just
an
walked
elderly
off.
guy as well. It's even better.
Yeah.
You don't normally get it from the elders of the parish, do you?
Yeah,
So.
no, I get another elderly woman. She complimented me once, saying, "Oh, it's very bold of you. Don't see many people wearing that." I was like, "Thank you."
Did you unravel all your hair and go, "This is the reason why"?
Because you're worth it.
No, I could never.
Well, we're not being very quick fire, are we?
No.
Shall I,
We should change the name. We should change the name.
It's a
questions.
Like,
classic sidetrack of mine, though,
the
isn't it?
question.
Questions.
Not so
Questions, yeah,
quick
just
fire.
questions that we'll get to at some point.
The questions. Yeah, at some point we'll work our way through them, and there might be at the end of the podcast, might be that star. Who knows? At some point they're going to show up.
It might just be the podcast. It's just 5
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, we might not even finish the questions. What is your favourite game, my mate?
It's a strange one, but PS1 original game, Alien Trilogy. So it's a game based on the 3 Alien films,
Yeah.
and you basically follow Ripley around, and you can do like levels through like different aspects of each of the films. But the only reason why it's my favourite game is it's the only game me and my dad used to play together.
No.
So it's
I
like,
love that.
so like obviously when we were younger, like, and then he worked out like because you used to get codes for each level, you used to have to write them down. Then you complete it. So if you like lost your game or you wanted to start again, you had to put the code in to start from that level. So like it made you write them down, stuff like that. And I wrote one down wrong one day, and I put it in, and it unlocked the whole cheat screen. I was like, oh.
Oh.
And I was like, and my dad was like, what have you done there? And I was like, I don't even know. And he said, what did you write in? I went, it was like, because he didn't have all the letters and all the numbers. It was like, it was like, I hate pink acid boots, but like the 8, like the A was an 8,
Right.
the I's were 1s and stuff like that. And it was like, and it read as I hate pink acid boots. And that was the cheat code to unlock everything.
Wow.
And I was like,
Just unlock everything. That's
Been
mad.
exploiting games
Those
since
games
day
exploited
one.
the game.
Those games scared the crap out of me. The face huggers when they're running around the floor.
They're
and
great,
stuff,
yeah.
Like scared the shit out of me.
I mean, bear in mind, that game probably came out like, what, 96, 95, something like that. And I was
Big up 95.
4, 5. And my dad's like, come play this. It probably explains a lot about me, to be fair.
Shows the character difference. I was there like, I can't play, this is too scary. And you were like, yeah,
die! Yeah.
Okay, class. They are good games.
Great game. Such a good game. If you remastered it, I'd probably like, right, Lou, I'm doing a 24-hour stream of just this game.
They've been a bit weird. So they've done a lot of like Alien games, and they've always been a bit.
Yeah, it's been shy.
bit crap.
The only good one was that Alien Isolation.
Fuck that
really,
game.
but
Yeah. Yeah. So
Because-
I think Isolation was
because
You stream
the
that, yeah.
Alien like adapted to you, you come to the last level, you can't do it. You've got to like completely change how you play the whole game just for that last level alone, just to be able to beat it.
Yeah.
That was so clever. I hope we see that more in games. Like they're kind of like AI learning from you.
Yeah.
Everyone says it, but it's very rare a game actually shows it, whereas
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
did.
Oh, that one did. I think I restarted save about 80 times before I gave up. I was just like, I'd spawn in a room, I'd go out a door, get killed. I'd hide under the desk, get killed. I'd hide in the cabinet, get killed. I just gave
See,
up.
the problem was you kept hiding. Just need to run away.
I
Change
tried.
your thought process.
I tried. Just the alien fucked me every time.
You loved it, Cal. That's why you liked being caught. You're like,
Like being caught.
don't catch me.
Cal just enjoyed getting attacked and violated by an alien. Just admit it, mate.
He did.
Felt good,
The big
man.
tail.
Felt
Great
good.
story
He
to
liked
tell,
it.
though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can say you got violated by an alien.
Cal's first porno. There we go.
Yeah, I love the alien goo.
Right. What's your favourite food?
Favourite food.
Alien goo.
Alien goo.
Alien goo, yeah.
Cal's
Um,
alien goo.
Do you know what? Most pasta dishes, to be fair, like I do with like a chicken and sausage pasta bake, which is quite good. Lou's always like, "Are we having pasta bake?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh." Whenever I get the pasta out, yeah.
Nice. I like a good pasta bake. Jay makes a really good pasta bake. I never really ate them before. I'm not like.
It's good.
It's not so. I've had them at home and stuff, but like with my parents. But I don't think I've ever cooked one since I moved out.
Dead easy to cook as well.
Yeah. like simple, good,
Simple,
like, tasty
simple,
food
good,
there.
and
Yeah.
obviously like I'd cake it in cheese.
Yeah, you go. You go.
Cheese just makes everything better.
Yeah. Oh, what cheese though?
Two cheese as
Mozzarella,
well.
Cheddar.
Put mozzarella in it, so
Mozzarella.
it's nice and stringy,
Yeah.
and then like a cheddar or a red Leicester on top, just so it's nice and crispy on top.
I like Parmesan cheddar mix, and you get the intenseness of a Parmesan, and, like saltiness as well.
I've
You
literally
chef
just
straight
ate
away.
because I knew we'd mention food, and I'd get hungry, and I'm already hungry again.
I should do a pasta day when we meet up. Will and
Yes.
Cal. We should definitely.
I'm such a fussy eater. Like you'll find out when we meet up how fussy of an
Really?
eater I
Oh,
am.
just
Sorry.
eat it and deal with it.
Just close your eyes and stick it in.
Yeah. Close your eyes, open your mouth, stick it in, and
Are
enjoy
we
it.
still talking about the food?
But every
Can we class
context,
as food?
every
Every
context,
context.
every
Every
context,
context.
just stick it in.
Works
Enjoy
for
it.
everything. That does.
Say and just let it in.
Do I have to stick my tongue out as well, like at the doctors?
Only at the end.
Oh fucking! Don't. What was it?
This is gonna go
The,
downhill so quickly.
I just remember of a clip that Cal said. I was literally editing a Pro Clubs video yesterday, and which will be live by the time you're listening to this. YouTube.com/Biirchyyy. Cal, there's the Cal.
2 eyes, 3 eyes.
2 eyes, 3 eyes. Thank you. Not bitchy. Not massive prick. No,
Damn, I will search
actually,
that.
Cal's sitting there talking.
That's why I can't find
Cal's
him.
sitting there talking about. Well, Adra says something about deep throat, and Cal just randomly goes, "Oh, I haven't got any tonsils." And then I just go, "I bet you have zero gag reflex." And without hesitation, he goes, "Nah, don't. Ask your dad."
I love that.
Can't ask Cal's dad.
Classic Cal.
Go up.
Oh my god!
I mean, if I'm comfortable to make jokes about Dutchie's dead mum, I'm obviously going to make jokes about Cal's dad.
Yeah, you can make a choice about my
No.
dad.
Yeah, your podcast is pretty out there.
Yeah.
There's no line.
No, there's not. I don't even. I think the most I've edited of it is literally the last one where I edited clips in.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just there's the start, there's the end, there's an advert, there's the start, there's the end, there's the advert. Done.
Mhm.
Damn.
Raw and uncut.
We'll jump onto that in a second.
Yeah.
We'll jump onto your podcast.
Okay.
What's your favourite film?
Right.
Mean Machine.
So, well, it's one of the. I've probably got a top 10 of films to be fair, because I can't
Big
decide
into
between
films.
them. I can't decide, and like you listen to them, and you go, that's just a broad spectrum of list, but you can see probably why for each one. So it's like Mean Machine, Cool Runnings, Sister Act, Alien 2, The Gentleman, Longest Yard, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Hacksaw Ridge, Lion King, and The Blues Brothers. Definitely top
The
10.
fact you remember all of them
It was a big-
so
Yeah, the
good.
fact you just rolled them off the tongue.
Is that in that order, or is
You
that...
said quick fire questions. No, I mean putting them in order is too hard to be fair.
To be fair.
But like I've got a reason for each one as well, which is weird. But yeah,
Gotta say, Alien 2 isn't talked about enough. That was an amazing
great
film.
film.
That was so good.
So
Three
many
went
good
there.
lines come on that film as well.
One film from that list that today's generation just doesn't know is The Blues Brothers.
This film is great.
That is up there as one of my
Fucking
favorite
love
films of all time. I was brought up on the Blues Brothers. I remember like there's like video footage of like my 7th birthday party at home, and we're sitting there dancing to fucking Shake Your Tail Feather and all that. Like, what a film!
Did you guys ever go on holidays like Butlins and Pontins, and the stage show was always Blues
Was
Brothers, like every
I
time.
never did any of that.
Always
Like every time we
yeah.
went, like it was always the same.
Like, I remember-
It's good, but like
My dad had a poster of them, so they're sat on the bonnet of the car, and it has the line 106 miles to Chicago, full tank of gas, half pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it, and like in the middle. And I remember I must have been about 12, 13. Me and mum were like in the Trafford Centre. It was almost my dad's birthday, and she was like, I have no idea what to get him. And we were like in like a little model shop, and I seen like a model of the Bluesmobile with the speaker on the top, and I was like, just get him that.
Amazing.
And my mum was like, are you sure? And I was like, get him that, he'll love it, trust me. And it's like, it's still his pride and joy on his little shelf in his in his little cabinet, like on there. He's just like, it's the best present ever.
I remember.
And then the closest second was when Lou got him a little Dalek from like Manchester Market. You know, where they take all the like different bits of metal and weld them all together. It's like one of them, and they made a Dalek out of like all these bits of metal, and he was like, "That's good as well."
Nice. I still remember the story my parents tell me about good. My brother was 5 years older than me. Obviously, Blues Brothers came out in what, 89, I believe.
88.
88. My brother would have been like, was watching it when he was like 4 or 5 years old. And there's a part like it's on the TV. Oh no. My brother had been watching it, right? My great nana come over, and my mum asked my brother to do something, and there's a line where John Belushi's character says to I think it's to the nun, it's like, no fucking way. And like in front of my great nan, my mum asked my brother to do something, and he just replies to her at 5 years old, no fucking way.
Shit.
Oh shit.
See, right, if he didn't reply with after here, "Ow, you fat penguin," he's really missed it.
I think my parents were just proud that he was quoting Blues Brothers at such a young age.
That's amazing.
Such a good film. It's such an underrated
Have you
film.
seen it, Cal?
I've seen it, yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot.
It's on
I've
Netflix.
always- I
If
saw it at
anyone's not
school.
watched
It's
it,
on
it's on
Netflix, is
it's on Netflix right now. It's on Netflix in the minute.
Yeah, watch it.
I've probably watched it about 4 times in the past 2 days.
I might have to watch it. I used to watch
Great
it at
film.
least once a year.
I haven't seen it for a long
Yeah, I
time.
haven't seen it in a long time.
Very long.
It's just the amount of cameos in it as well.
Loads
Phenomenal.
of cameos in it. Me and Lee were looking at the other day, like how many of them are dead now as well is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's like John Candy, Aretha Franklin, Cab Calloway, they're all dead. James Brown's dead. There's loads
A
in
lot
it.
of them are getting on.
Like
aren't
half the band are dead as
they?
well,
Yeah.
which is quite
Donald
upsetting.
Duck Dunn's.
Um,
Is he dead or the only one alive? I think.
yeah, Donald Duck Dunn's dead. Matt Guitar Murphy's dead. Lulu's dead. Mr. Fabulous is dead. Way to bring the mood down, Biirchyyy.
Yeah, so I'll put some Blues Brothers music in it.
Frank Oz is still alive though. That's okay. That's the main thing. Frank Oz is still alive. So
Nah, me and my family quote that film like every day, at least a couple of times a week.
such a good film.
The Blues Brothers.
I need to watch it again.
Community
Netflix.
night.
Now, when we're done,
Yeah.
Netflix.
Community Night definitely is a good one. Right. Apart from us three, because obviously we're amazing. Favorite streamer or content creator?
Right, it's a toss up between 3 of Biirchyyy, Silent Pandas, and a guy I watch called Biirchyyy. So like each one's like a different aspect of what I'd aspire to be as a streamer. So like Biirchyy's got that don't care attitude. Like I'm playing it because I'm playing this game because I like it. I'm playing it because I enjoy it, and I don't care what my viewers is, how many people's talking. I want to have a good time and hope other people have a good time watching. Panda's knowledge of games is ridiculous. Like some games, like Resident Evil, you can ask him any Resident Evil game, a level, and he'll know it off the top of his head and be able to say, right, she starts here, you need to go down this way, blah, blah, and he can talk you through the game because he's done that many speedruns of the games. And then Biirchyy's just got like such a great vibe. So like, imagine like Cahill but Scottish. That's probably the best way of putting it, like that sort of energy level. But then he does like every Friday night, he does like a Friday night rave on his stream. So like he literally he finds a random he's got a guy like he watches regularly on a Friday who like does like proper like dance and club music, and he streams that. So he basically plays his music in the background, whilst he does his own stream. He's got like techno lights going on in the background. He wears like neon glasses and stuff like that. And it's like it's a good little vibe to just to chill out in on a Friday night. Let's give him in work and I can get it on. I just put that on the car instead of music or anything. Just listen to him, just rave away.
I think I know that. Has he got a Sonic
awesome.
Teddy or someone on his stream? He's got something to do with Sonic, or am I thinking of someone else?
I think it's someone else thing.
Okay.
I've not seen anything Sonic on his spot.
Okay. Ignore me.
No.
I thought
Ignore me.
Sonic. I'm in.
No, I thought.
I mean,
remember
yeah, he does.
someone- I thought someone. I found someone very similar like the other week. I just remember a Sonic thing, and they were doing like listening to someone's music, and
He might have. If he has, I've never noticed it. To be fair, but
yeah.
Is it like a dubstep house remix of Sonic? Like using all the sounds?
There's
That'd
gotta
be
be.
great. Surely it's got to
Once
be.
There's a
surprised me
dubstep
through.
Pokemon remix and it's unreal.
Got to exist.
What?
Oh,
It's
yes.
so good.
I love those.
Like,
Oh,
But there's when we play Star Wars Battlefront 2, there's a Star Wars like remix, and it's like drum and bass house, like techno,
Come on.
and it's like so good. Come on.
come on.
I love
I
it when
say
you say
it way
that.
too much now.
Too much.
It sounds so good in your accent though, whereas if I say it, it just sounds weird.
Come on.
Come on, mate.
No, I mean getting zesty with it. Do you know what I mean? Come on. Yeah.
Right. Before before we jump into your podcast and your streams and what kind of games you play, what is one aspiration you have in life? Doesn't matter if it's streaming based or just like personal life or job based. Just one for you.
Obviously, you take like the whole family aspect aside. Like, obviously, just wanting to be able to make sure I've got a roof and food for my family and stuff like that. I'd say if I can use either the streaming or the podcast to do something in like teen suicide prevention, stuff like that. So like the percentage of people who commit suicide under the age of 14 is ridiculous. It's like 30% of like people who have troubles goes to suicide as their only option, like straight away. And like the numbers of it is ridiculous. So if I could do something to like lower numbers in that, it'd be like something I'd be dead proud of, because obviously after everything with my sister and stuff like that, it'd be like a personal mission to like just to go and push for it. But
yeah, that's really nice, and obviously it's going to hit really hard to home with what you've been through. Been nice to use your platform for good as well. Like,
yeah, I mean, with the amount of shit I say, like it would be good to do something for good.
Yeah, definitely. Love that. That's really nice.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You're a proper piss taker, and you have a good laugh, but you've got a massive heart.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of putting it. To be fair, I'm such a sarcastic dick, but like when the cards are down and you need someone to actually be there for you, I can be that person.
Yeah,
big facts.
Love that. Yeah, that's yeah, great, isn't it? It's exactly what you wanted for
yeah.
So.
And any number of like
it's knowing when to deliver that joke. Like that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Know where the line stops
like
from.
not in the middle of
someone, not
in the middle of someone's funeral going. I mean, like 2 years down the line, maybe.
Yeah, at least half an hour.
They mentioned something. Yeah, exactly. At the wake, when everyone's supposed to have a laugh. Let's come out that long.
Yeah, it's true. You're meant to be happy and enjoy their life at that point. Yeah. Okay, well, you have a podcast called Get in the Bin.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that? What kind of topics you go over?
Do you know
what you do?
It's something me and Dutchie spoke about loosely pre-COVID. Then COVID hit. Lou was pregnant. We had the baby. Things kind of just went bumbled along, and then I started May time. I kicked it back up into touch with him. I was like, do you know what? Shall we do this podcast? He was like, yeah, let's go for it. I was like, right, I'll come up with an opening trailer and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. And then it was like just loads little personal things. He had a bit of a bad time in his own personal life, so we just left it for ages. And then it got to like, I can't even think when it was. I think we were on episode 7, so we're talking like 8-9 weeks ago. We just went, right, we're both in a little bit of a lull. Let's just do it. If we don't do it now, we ain't going to do it. And we just like threw the cards out, and he was like, what we're going to talk about? I went, anything. We'll just be our normal selves. Because like during like lockdown, the amount of like stuff we used to like just joke about when we're playing COD, stuff like that. We were like, that's what we're just going to do. We're just going to talk shit. We'll have a laugh. We'll talk about absolute nonsense. And then at the end of it, our key theme will be, we'll put something in the bin. So like now we've done the Google Forms, because like we were like emailing, and people were like, oh, well, I don't really like emailing because you'll know it's me. Now we've done the Google Forms to submit everything. It's completely anonymous, so we're getting more submissions now. People are like, oh, definitely won't know it's me, so I'll submit it now, kind of thing. The confession we had on the first episode, I've had that for like 9 months. When I spoke to a mate at uni about it, he gave me it, and he was like, you can have it, but you can't, that's the only thing you can use it on, is your podcast. And I was like, right, okay, fine.
Brilliant.
I promised him that. And then obviously we didn't use it on the pilot episode because we just wanted to test the waters with it first. Realised we'd made like a few mistakes and stuff like that in terms of like how people would see us, and we're like, right, we'll dial this back in, and then that's all it is now. It's literally just two lads who've known each other for 25 years, talking absolute bollocks, going on complete tangents left, right and centre. Come out like when you say something as well, of like that verbal diarrhea of just like, oh, I've just said that. Like I said before, we don't edit anything out, so mainly because I haven't got the time to. But but it's one of those like, because you've said it, you might as well just stick by your guns. Like, and if someone has an issue with it, fine, they can have an issue with it. If they want to try and cancel us, they can do. But all they're gonna basically do is, let's say for example, Dutchie's last one when he was like, "I'm not racist yet." Like, I know he's joking. He's my mate. I know he's not racist. I've seen him go at people for being racist.
Yeah.
So I know he's not that person. A random person might watch it and be like, oh, he's racist, blah, blah, blah. And if they push to us to get cancelled, all they're going to do is they're going to push us out on the social media more towards people who see that clip and go, actually, that's quite funny. I want to give these guys a watch. So in the end, all they're doing is boosting us towards people who have got the same sense of humour.
Yeah, ultimately, it'll drive
to
the people that would be interested in that kind of podcast. Similar humours. And
exactly.
your target audience at the end of the day, and like
It's like anything. It's like I said to him, he was like, oh, you're not worried about when we say something and like we get absolutely railroaded for it. I was like, no. I said, look at the likes of like Jimmy Carr, Frankie Boyle, who made a massive living over saying insane shit.
Yeah.
Because the people who've got the right sense of humor go, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Like and they'll hopefully that's what we want. We just want people to be able to have a laugh. Like if it's an hour, if it's an hour long or it's 2 hours long or whatever, however long it is, we do each episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like so long as people are getting a good laugh out of it and stuff like that, that's what we want.
Definitely, it's two mates having a laugh. It's not political news. It's
No.
not like
I mean, don't get me wrong,
news. You're not trying to sway people's
we might
opinions.
mention news and stuff like that, and then like, it'd be too hard like not to like mention all stuff, current things going on. Like,
Of course, yeah.
like when the next election comes in, like if the Tory party don't win, I'll be having a massive party. I'll have a hat on, I'll have jelly and ice cream and everything. And I'll just be like, oh wait, did the Tories lose? Oh, what a shame! And carry on going. Like,
But that's what it is. Almost, it's basically comedy, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
the way you guys sit down and talk about things and have a laugh with it. Like,
that's
and the
because,
problem is, if you go into a podcast like that, expecting everything you say to be dead on, factual, correct, and politically correct, like you're wasting your time.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We do
content.
try to educate our stuff and things like that. And like, obviously, when the whole like Hogwarts Legacy debate was going on, I got myself into a little bit of bother with some people on Twitter.
Yeah, I
With,
wasn't
like,
going
some of my
to ask you about this.
And I was like, do you know what? The best way to counteract this now is I'll just go and talk to Noah. So like Noah's my sister and fella's friend, he works with Ace. So I was like, can you message Noah and see if he wants to come on our podcast just to talk about transgender as a whole and Hogwarts Legacy and J.K.
For those that
Rowling?
don't know, who is Noah?
Noah's so he's a 18-year-old lad now. So he's transitioning from female to male. So he's pre-op. And waiting to get on testosterone, but everything about him is just male. Like, he's all, you look at photos of him when he was like 12, 13, you're like, yeah, you can see why he's progressing to become a trans male. And his attitude's great because he's got the same like stupid scouse sense of humour as me and Biirchyyy. It's like when we got him on, we knew that no matter what he said, we'd take him seriously. We'd learn a fair bit, which we did, about like transgender as a whole. But then when it came to the J.K. Rowling thing, he just eliminates everyone's like fear about it because he's just like, he doesn't like story-based games like the likes of like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that where they have loads of cutscenes. He doesn't like it. Where if they made like a Harry Potter game which was like a 6v6 Quidditch game or a 6v6 like team deathmatch shooting spells at each other game, he's like, I'd get that. He's like, at the end of the day, you can't remove how much money she's going to get. He said because to stop her getting money, you're going to have to stop watching everything Warner Brothers because they own Wizarding World. You're going to have to stop doing anything with Universal because they pay them royalties for 4 rides. It's like bookshops like W.H. Smith's pay her royalties to sell the books and things like that. So there's no way you can boycott everything she does. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, but his mentality as well, because she started selling transphobic like bobby pins and stuff like that, he bought one because he was like, that's hilarious. Because the slogan's sorry about your penis, bro. And he's like, that's hilarious, I'm buying it. So he did. It was like, if that doesn't say to you, like, it is okay to buy things when a trans person's buying it. But the joke of the matter is, like, I had a new account on Twitter DM me and was like, he's transphobic, he's not allowed to be trans anymore, he needs to revert back to a female. And I was just like, I just replied with get in the bin, and that was it. And then just blocked the account, and that was it. I was like, I can't deal with it because it's such... So like to call a trans male transphobic alone baffled my head, but then to say he has to revert back to being a female, but refer to him as male.
Like,
I was like,
it makes no sense. And I guarantee, like I would say 95. I could confidently say 95% of the people that are boycotting J.K. Rowling are not trans.
Yeah, a lot of them are like, I know a lot of people who are like, I'm not buying it because I've got trans friends. I'm not buying it because this, that, and the other. Like, I've always said I was going to buy it. Makes no difference to me. Like, my reason for buying it is I've got one dead sister, one alive sister, and that's the only thing that bonds the 3 of us. Like, my younger sister, I never met her. She was born 3 years later. So you come and tell me that I can't play that game, and my response will be, well, firstly, watch this video of a trans male friend I know telling me, go play the game. And then secondly, you tell me how you're boycotting everything that pays J.K. Rowling royalties. And when you can do, then I'll listen to you. But if you're not, then... off you go, get in the bin, see you later, bye. And like that was the general theme of it. So
and the fact that like the game actually doesn't contain any of the Harry Potter characters.
No, the only thing it contains is Hogwarts. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
I'm sure they added you can be trans in the game as well. Sorry if that's wrong, but I've got a
I don't
feeling
know,
the
to be fair,
directors,
Really?
because they were having so much backlash, they actually
Yeah.
added that as an option in the game.
No, it's the only thing I didn't look at when I actually like started reading into it and everything, because like I wanted to make sure anything I was saying was right, just to cut down on that backlash that you'd get from people. Because even like because obviously they're only going to get bonuses from the game, and she will get a royalty of the game. All right, it's going to happen. But even if the game sells 0 copies, at the end of the year, Warner Brothers will still pay her a royalty because they own Wizarding World.
She wins no matter what.
She wins no matter what. Yeah. So like, there's no way she's not going to get money. She's going to get money until the day she dies. You might as well disassociate her from the actual franchise.
Yeah.
Because if it taught you anything, it taught you that you shouldn't belong in a closet, like the stereotypical coming out the closet line, like for gay people. That's why it resonated with so many people of that community anyway. Is because each person's unique, and it's embracing that you're a different person to everyone else and that kind of thing. So to let her dictate that you can't buy a game, why?
Well,
Just go play it.
Yeah.
If you want to play it, go play it. If you don't want to stream it, don't stream it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to stream it. Deal with it. If you want to come at me, go for it. I've got thick skin. So
the funny thing is, it's like you see people talking about, like having like doing like hate raids or boycotting people that are streaming it and going in, and it's like if you're gonna go in and sort of go at and show hate and be a dick to people that are streaming it, surely you're doing the same thing as.
You're just as bad.
You're just as bad.
you are just as bad.
Just as
Just
bad.
as bad.
Just as bad.
Yeah. You're just spreading hate, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, they're not getting it. You're not going to someone's chat and explaining the reasons why you're against it or whatever. You're just hating it on people.
Yeah.
Like,
You
it's
can
not
do.
the way you deal with something, is it?
I said, like, I've told so many people, like, I want to watch it, I ain't going to play it. I was like, you can come watch it on my stream. I'll stream it, and I'll play it. And and everyone will get the same response to me. Hey, watch this video.
Yeah.
I might just put it as a rolling ad, like every 30 minutes. Just like, here you go, watch this. Watch this again. If you're new,
Watch this
just watch
again,
this.
no
There you go. Have you watched it? You got it in your head. Trans male said it's okay. All right, yeah, so let's carry on.
The bit I don't get is, I don't know for a fact, but there's got to be a game out there where the person that owns the game or wrote the game or has some horrific views, especially like early games in the 90s, the racism was so strong. This can't be the first time this has ever happened. I'm not saying it's acceptable or
No,
good,
it's not.
but surely
Look at-
it doesn't
well,
mean
look at
the game
Activision.
or the content is related to it.
Yeah.
One of Activision's senior people was done for rape or something like that, weren't he?
Yeah, there's
Like,
a lot.
Yeah,
He's
and
done
no
some
one's
proper
going, oh,
sketches, no
you
one
can't play,
bats an eye
you
as
can't play
well.
COD. Like,
It's like, yeah, so you're telling me it's okay for people to,
What
go sexually assault
battles do
people,
you
but
go for? Yeah.
how dare you play that
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
because she's transphobic? It's like, you can't win.
It's like you're gonna challenge. You're gonna fight
Like-
the battle for trans people, but you're not gonna fight the battle for rape victims. Like are you gonna boycott everything? Are you gonna like? It's where there's shit people in the world. And
Yeah.
there's-
No matter what,
yeah,
there's going to be
always
shit
there's
people in the
good,
world.
but there's loads of good people in the world as well, and it's
Yeah.
like every person that's worked their asses off for 9 years or however long they've been developing this game for.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I would.
Like, don't get me wrong, if the game flops because it's a bad game, then fine, yeah, they deserve to have some sort of repercussions on him because they spent so long in the game, and if it flops for that reason, then fine. But if it flops solely because 90% of the gaming community ain't going to buy it just because of one person's views, then all you're doing is you're just costing people jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I get the reasons why people don't want to play it. I get the reasons why people don't want to give her royalties and stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, my sister's non-binary. She technically falls in that trans bracket. She's got friends that are in that trans bracket, and every single one of them like, go play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like I went through so many trans, non-binary, and LGBTQ community members and asked them the same question of, will you buy it, will you play it, and will you stream it? And like 60% were like, I'm gonna buy it, and then out them 60%, like 30 were like, I might stream it, and there's only like 10 who were like, definitely, yeah, I'll stream it. So
yeah, the hate's been crazy, isn't it? Like,
loads will buy it. Loads you say they aren't gonna buy it, will buy it regardless.
Yeah.
Because they'll want to buy it because it's Harry Potter and based and things
yeah,
like that.
definitely.
And they'll be like, oh, I've not bought it, and they'll just play it offline, stuff like that.
It's crazy how wild it's got. Like, people are actually telling people like, we're gonna boycott you, we're gonna hate raid you, but like there's like 10-year-old kids that want to play this game. It's
Yeah.
Harry Potter, like they love the magical world. Like they're not transphobic, they're not horrible people. They just enjoy the game, or
Exactly.
they just enjoy that kind of world. Just because the person that wrote its views are horrific, it doesn't mean everything that's come that's come of it has to be boycott. I said my point of view was, I work for a company that designs safety devices, and if we found out the person that created the company was horrific, a rapist or a murderer, like, it doesn't mean everyone's lives have been saved over the last 50 years. I'll boycott, like,
Yeah.
you know what, actually,
Go
rip
back,
them out the
kill
road,
them
let
all,
everyone die.
get them
It's
all
fine,
out.
just let everyone die. Like, it doesn't matter. It's the leader was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's not how
It
it
doesn't
works,
work
is it?
like that. It really doesn't.
No.
The whole aspect of cancel culture anyway baffles me, because I grew up in a generation where you have like the likes of Frankie Boyle would say whatever he said and everyone laughed, it was a joke. We had shows like Simpsons and Family Guy and stuff like that where it was always on the edge. South Park, exactly, always on the edge of stuff. And like even the other day, someone had watched the podcast where I made a joke about my sister and they got offended, and I was like, oh, like, sorry, why have you got like a dead sibling? No, I've got no siblings. Right, so explain to me why my joke about my dead sister offended you, because at the end of the day,
Talk
shouldn't
about
I be
you
offended?
yourself has offended
Like,
someone else. who's not involved.
if anyone's allowed to joke about it, it's me, it's my family, like that kind of thing. Like, and I look at it, and I'll always say it like in the terms of racism, like a black person can make a black person joke, and everyone's allowed to laugh because the black person's made it. The same way as a trans person can make a trans joke, and you're allowed to laugh because the trans person's made it. Like, I'm making a joke about suicide and my dead sister. You're allowed to laugh. I've made the joke. Like, but if you make the same joke and you're not in a similar situation to me, then I might be like, not really got the leg to stand on there, have you? Like, it'd be like a white person make a black person joke. It's not really allowed. Like, that kind of thing.
It is very situational, isn't it? Like, you could, if someone said, like, if Cal said something to you now, you'd see it as a laugh and you wouldn't be offended, would you at all? Whereas if some random walked up to you in the street and was like, haha, like, obviously it'd be completely a different position reaction.
It's like I'm very much expecting a repercussion joke from Dutchy. Yeah. Because of like we were talking about the danger wank, and I was like, well, you're always going to beat your mum in a danger wank, and there's like, and then like for those who don't know, his mum's dead. She died roughly the same time my sister did. Right. There was like a 6 months gap between them, like but like we're at that stage of a friendship where we can make them jokes to each other, and it's just like you're a dickhead. I can't believe you just said that. Like, and if only once I've overstepped the mark, and the first thing he did, he was like, "You've overstepped the mark there with that," and I went, right, Simon, I'm sorry, I apologise. Yeah. And he was like, "Fine." And like we've got that respect for each other that if we overstep the mark, we'll just tell each other and go, "No, you have overstepped there."
That's the thing.
And then
it's like communication as well when you're with a friendship like that. But with cancel culture, it's like people instantly just point the finger, like you can't say that, you can't do this, and it's like 9 times out of 10, they're not even part of the group that's being having the joke made about them.
People getting offended on other people's behalf is probably the biggest joke in the world at the minute. Because like, all right, I said something, you didn't find it funny. The person I made the joke to found it funny, so why are you upset on their behalf?
Yeah.
It's like you've got no need for that. It's like there was a guy I used to work with, and he was like old school, spade is a spade, this is that. Like he said it how it was. And he had a good rapport with a lad who was gay in there, but no one knew he was gay. It's only when they found out, he was like, "Oh, you're not one of them, are you? You're a bloody fairy." And the lad who he said it to burst out laughing because, like, just how he said it, how nonchalant he said it and carried on working. Yeah. Like, but there was one guy who went and complained to higher ups because he made this joke. And it's like, and obviously they brought them both in and he went, "Was you offended by anything?" He said, "No, I found it hilarious."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, so again, it's that respect for having each other. He wouldn't have said it if he didn't have that respect for him.
And
or other people getting offended for other people trying to counsel him.
I would assume the only reason you'd report someone for that is like because you don't want to send to the wrong person, but you kind of trust in that the person saying the joke knows they can say it to a certain because of the level of the friendship they have. And you would hope that man wouldn't say it to any other, like wouldn't go around saying it to other people. Like,
I think it depends on the work environment as well. Like, because obviously I do a job where you see a lot of dark and demented and like horrific stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In our like a little joke like that is nothing. Yeah. Whereas like if you work in like a pub or like a restaurant, something like that, where you don't really see much in terms of like horrific stuff.
Yeah.
A joke like that, you might be like, "Oh, gee, I can't believe you said that." And like it's that balance as well of understanding. Like, so I've got a very dark sense of humour from just all my life anyway. It started with my dad being in the police, my mum was in the NHS, and then obviously my sister committing suicide. Stuff like that. As I get older, I've just got thicker and thicker skin to absorb stuff, but I also dish it out. Mm-hmm. And then I forget that sometimes some people are like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that." It's like when I talk about stuff like with work and stuff like that, me and my dad can just talk about it freely. Mm-hmm. And I remember like one time me and him were talking about a fatal traffic collision I'd been to. Like it was nothing, and we were just in the chippy talking about it. And this poor woman like stood next to us, was like went dead white. And like, because I'm like retailing quite detailed stuff about like injuries and stuff like that. and she's just like, and she went bright white,
Oh, bless.
and I was just like, oh, whoops, kind of forgot we were for a second.
Enjoy your
And it's just
dinner.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry,
Enjoy your fish and chips, love.
I wouldn't get the ketchup.
It's. I think it's hard, especially like when you think like stand-up comedians. The amount of people that target stand-up comedians, and it's like the way I
You
the way I
can't,
see
you can't
it,
target
it's their
them, can you?
job. The way I see it, like
Hmm?
I don't have a line. For me, if you're making a joke, it's nothing more. It's a joke. It's not my beliefs. It's not the person telling the joke's beliefs. It is purely to make someone laugh.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays a lot of people struggle to see the separation between art and artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The art of a joke is lost on so many people
Yeah.
now, because it's so easy to upset and offend someone. A lot of people live like on the eggshells. Like I've always said, I'd love to be a stand-up comedian. I don't think I've got enough to like map out a 45-minute set and stuff like that. Like I could probably do crowd work, take the piss out of someone sat in front of me. That's probably actually a lot easier to do than it is to like try and think of something funny that happened and then make it even funnier in a story and retell it in a way that you can get everyone gripped in. Like doing that alone is quite like quick-witted remarks. I'm good at and stuff like that. It's like, but that's where I'd probably falter. Like I could probably be a good compere in a comedy club, but I couldn't be like an actual headline act or anything.
Yeah, common sense stuff, yeah.
But it's like having that ability just to go, you know what, fuck it, I'm saying it, and on my head, so be it. Like, and if anyone wants to come at me for anything I say, they can do. But 9 times out of 10, I'll give you the reason why you're wrong.
Yeah.
Or why you're not like so.
Yeah.
It's very situational, isn't it? If you go to a comedy club and someone says something that is on the edge, you're in a comedy club, you know it's there as a joke. They're not there to be offended. They're not there to cancel a group of people or be nasty. You're there for jokes.
Yeah.
If you open, a comedy film, you know it's there as a comedy. Yeah. If you open the news and they're saying, "Oh, we hate, this group of people," like that's very different.
Yeah.
It's very situational in my eyes. Like you got to take it with what's happening and the situation.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to a comedy club and it's like it's almost like an unwritten consent to there is no line.
Yeah.
You're walking into a comedy club where there's going to be jokes, and if you're going to get offended by a joke, fuck off. You shouldn't be in there.
Yeah. It was like I went on a work stu a couple of years ago to Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. One of the women that came with us, she hated the C-bomb as a word, and she was just like, "No, I can't stand it." Right, and one comedian must have said it 16, 17 times in his set, and she wrote a letter of complaint to the comedy club about that he'd used this word so many times. It's like overall, I feel like there was too much swearing, but the continuous use of the word was far too much. And the reply she got must have had that C word in every sentence.
Oh, wow.
Because the owner of that club have got that sense of humour. They just turn around and just go, yeah, okay. And like it was just like, listen, C, you are a C. Don't come to a comedy club and not expect the word C to be said. You see, and that's how that was the response she got. And she was like,
"Oh my lord,
this is how where do I go with this?" And I went, "You just put it in the bin with yourself and grow up, because you went to a comedy club. You knew there was going to be swearing. You knew there was going to be offensive things." And I said to you beforehand, "Are you sure you want to go?"
Yeah.
Because it's probably not your scene. And you said no, so it's your own fault to deal with it. And it wasn't even me that organised it. So
honestly, they are my favourite kind of TikToks, is to see like comedians going to town on an angry on
a heckler or something like that.
Yeah, or someone getting offended and they just it's just the best. I could sit there for hours scrolling that shit.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm gonna open me fancy piece of shit bottle in a minute.
Oh,
look at that!
Proper decanter.
Yeah.
Proper decanter. This was my Christmas present from Lou. He smashed it.
I realise you've almost emptied that.
I mean,
only put it up this morning.
maybe. This morning.
Sorry, before we went live.
It is.
Before it.
It is weird that some of these words carry so much power. Like I've got an Australian friend, and every other word is a C-bomb. Like it's just a normal word to him. He doesn't even see it as he doesn't see it as a problem at all. And yet, like my partner's the same. She hates it. Like like in a comedy club, she wouldn't say what obviously she'd expect it. But like if I was talking about it in a nasty way to someone, and not as in like having a laugh, but as in like, oh, I hate this person. They're such a. She would be like, whoa, that's too far.
I love it. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
in Australia, it's like what the age-old saying is: you call your mate a C and you call a C your mate,
Yes.
kind of thing. It's
yeah.
like that's how loosely it's used over there. It's like
Yeah.
I think we need to bring it back. I think it's a great word.
I actually feel like I need I feel like I need a
word.
stronger word because the C word, it has no bearing anymore.
I will make your word.
I just love the way it comes out and you can say it with such like you start it with such
The problem is the Scouse accent is made for it. As a word.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
And at the risk of not getting you guys cancelled before my own podcast, I won't say it. But
We can always bleep it out. It's fine.
you sure? Do you really want to do that much editing?
No, not 16 times. No.
On that
Do it
point,
enough on
big
pro
shout out to
clubs.
Biirchyyy for editing all of these.
Yeah,
Absolute legend. I
Nice.
don't think we've ever actually said that, so big love Biirchyyy.
Love you
Jeez.
guys.
Hero.
It's all shits and giggles.
It is.
But
It is. Until someone giggles
It
and
is.
shits.
I knew that
giggles
would come
and shits.
Right. We spoke a lot about your podcast,
Yeah.
which is excellent, and yeah, we've gone into depth. I don't think I need to say anymore. You obviously Twitch stream every
Yeah.
now and then. It's a bit less common now due to the way life is and how busy you are. But talk about that a little bit.
Literally, my own streaming is like at the minute it's just the podcast. I do an early release of the podcast on there, with the odd sporadic games thrown in the mix. Obviously, with Christmas and stuff like that building up, Lou's started a new job, so she's gone from having a bit more loose hours to being regimented 9 till 5 of 6 days a week. But she works Saturdays, so the day off in the middle is always a bit sporadic. And then I don't want to take her only day off during the week by going,
Yeah.
can you just deal with the baby for 2-3 hours while I do a quick stream and stuff like that? So it's like that's why I enjoyed just putting the podcast on, because it's pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Throw that on, I get me 1 week of stream out anyway in my head, but I can just join in with chat, but I can then help Lou out with stuff. So like the last episode, I spent time washing the dishes and stuff. I had my phone up and I get myself and just drying my hands and replying to people, then carry on going again, stuff like that. So I'm literally just coasting. I'll coast until September, then the baby goes to nursery. And then once she's in nursery, then I'll be like, because I do 6 on 3 off, my 3 best days, unless they fall on a weekend. I'll be like, right, losing work streaming, then right, lose off and not streaming then, that kind of thing. So they'll start coming back from September, hopefully.
It's difficult to manage, man. You've got a busy life and then a family life as well. Like it's a lot to manage. It's tough. Prior to your podcast, though, you were big onto Warzone, and some of the clips and things you've done with like helicopter kills and these crazy moments where people are going mad down death.
This man is a fucking troll. Can I just say?
It's so good.
The first
Such a freak on that
ever,
game.
like I'd say 10 customs. He went around in every Discord and told everyone if they killed him with a vehicle, he would make them custom panels, custom banners, anything. If they killed me with a vehicle and clipped it and sent it to him.
No, that's amazing.
I had helicopters
No one ever
coming
did.
for me for weeks.
No one ever got anywhere near him.
Aw.
And anyone that did kill him with a vehicle obviously did near him, because I think twice I'd seen him get killed in customs with a vehicle. And I was like, who was it?
I remember Cal
was
being
so
the king
happy.
of assassinations in his customs. I remember
my
once
God,
I
yeah.
got halfway through assassinating him and my own fucking girlfriend killed me and saved him.
It was fucking unreal.
It was bottom
I
of
was so
fucking
happy.
Nova. I still remember it. It was bottom Nova. I was halfway
Right
through
next
the
to the ammo
assassination,
box.
halfway through the animation. Jay was on your team and she fucking killed me. Oh, I was fuming.
She was, it was funny as well because she was like,
good also.
morning, that game, like, I've got no kills. I'm like, you'll get one, don't worry.
That was
I'm like, there's someone here. Yeah.
The biggest.
Yeah, and she comes up the stairs and I'm like, I'm getting killed. I was screaming my head off, like, is he executing me? And she's like, I got you. And then it's you. I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect.
That makes it even better though, doesn't it? The fact they watched Biirchyyy, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I think vehicle kills was like, it became my thing. I just enjoyed it. It's like
You did a TikTok, I think it was, about the best meta weapon that's never been nerfed.
never
Like,
getting
talk us through that. Like, that was
Like-
great. That was.
Because like I remember like we dropped in with the game, and so like it was like a young lad, like he must have been about like 12, 13, like he really sounded young, and he was like, oh, and his rank was quite low, and he was like, oh, I don't know what weapon to use. And I was like, hey, follow me, I'll show you the only thing you need to use in this game. And got on a chopper, and he was like, what are you doing? And I think in like the space like 30 seconds, I went to prison roof and just wiped out 5 teams that were all fighting on the roof. Just took them all out. I had like 15 kills straight off the bat, and I was like, see, I said, nothing's ever going to beat that helicopter. And he was like, oh, right, okay. And then it got me thinking, I was like, do you know what? It's never something that can get nerfed or anything like that. It'll always be in the game. There'll always be vehicles. And I thought, you know what? And it's one of them, like, people like, they'll get embraced and be like, right, what is it? What is it? And then they see the helicopter and go, you fucking dickhead.
Absolute idiot.
There's so many people listening that going, you bastard. I've been on prison room for being hit by a chopper. You bastard.
And the thing was, and for a long period of time as well, my Activision name was some knobhead.
Oh,
It was like S0ME N0B H4ED, and it for ages it was that, and like it was even more funny because think about it, you're on prison roof, like maybe you're shooting someone, all of a sudden you get taken out by a chopper, and it says you were killed by some knobhead, and you're like it's just like the rage it gives people. Get alone that you've been killed by a helicopter, then they see the name, and it's even worse. So it was like,
I love that.
Best part of being on his team and just hear, you know, the sound effects when you kill someone with a helicopter. It's just a
Splat.
poof,
Yeah.
poof. You just hear that and then him going.
yeah.
Fucking go.
I think my record on Rebirth for vehicle kills was something like 24, 25 in a game. I was like, I think it's like 24 vehicle kills and then 1 actual kill.
Brilliant.
I got that many kills with vehicles. It's like I think I ended season 1 with something like 2,000 odd vehicle kills
There's not many things more
on
satisfying
just Rebirth.
Warzone.
How
Like
many?
everyone, you know, everyone's recap.
Yeah, I'm about to say how many people's recaps
I just kept getting sent screenshots. Like the Monk 13, the Monk 13, the Monk 13, the Monk vehicle kills. I think the highest one I got sent was like Biirchyyy was like 112 vehicle kills or something like that.
I think you had 41 on mine.
Yeah. Like my first ever like trio win with Biirchyyy and a lobby used to play with Gavin was with the Bertha. It was like way before everyone started using the Berthas as like in solos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just happened to be in the right. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it and see what happens, and then it just worked out quite well. So
I remember watching that clip when you showed it on the podcast the other day, didn't you?
yeah,
That was fucking brilliant.
great clip.
Oh man.
Well, it makes it even better though because like Gavin's like, what are you doing? What are you getting in that for?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is why.
Trust me.
And that started it. That started that. I was like, that was a fun way to win.
Yeah.
Let's try and do some more.
Oh. I used to love trying it. I miss Warzone 1, man. I hate
I actually
Warzone
do.
2.
I just miss
hate it.
Verdansk.
I cannot stand it.
I just miss Verdansk. That's it.
Don't feel the same. I don't know what it is.
I
Just doesn't feel
I
the same.
don't even think Resurgence is going to save it.
You think because the way the game moves?
It doesn't play like a Resurgence game. You
I
haven't.
was
It's not-
thinking
it
that.
You
It's
haven't
not
got
even that,
slide
it's because-
cancelling, you haven't got sprinting while armoring, like you haven't got reload cancel. It's
It's a lot more tactical.
it doesn't suit Resurgence.
So like people who've made like obviously like you bet you've made content of like quick scoping and stuff like that, or people who've like made content of breaking people's legs by slide cancelling like 5 different ways constantly. While it's like the poor guy spinning around in circles, like them kind of people. Like that's why it's like that. I think that's why it's gone the way it has, is because so many people were like, I'm not playing it because I can't be dealing with these sweaty little pricks
Yeah.
and things like that. So they've gone, well, how do we get the average player back?
Yeah.
And that's the only way they were going. That's the only way they were going to do it. But you might, yeah, I can see them maybe making a mode with the like Warzone 1 rules, like how they brought out like April Fool's Day, like loadouts just dropped at the start and stuff like that. They might bring out a game over. It's like you can slide cancel, you can run, you can sprint and plate up, and you can sprint, and the snipers are 1-shot kills and stuff like that.
That would light up if they did, I reckon.
Yeah, but,
You know that.
but then you'd get me going. All the sweaty people are playing that. So all the noobs are playing the other one. So I'm just going to play the other one and absolutely
that's the
rinse
thing
people.
with- they'll do it for a limited time mode. Everyone will love it, and then it'll be gone a week later. They'll take it out again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've given up on literally sniping in general on Warzone because it is just completely ruined for me. Like
It gets
Say
them
that.
to 1 HP. Like you get a headshot with 3 players.
I had 3 plates and got 1 shot with a sniper the other day, and I couldn't tell what it was. But that guy must have spent so long building it.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Each
gotta get a
sniper,
stupid
each
build.
attachment to find out the exact one you need for just the right amount of damage. I was like, I was dead confused because I had 4 plates running across the road and got hit, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I watched the kill cam,
Got
and it was a
sniped
sniper,
from
just
Verdansk.
1 shot, and I was like, I was so confused as to how it happened. And then I was looking at the gun going, what sniper's that? I couldn't even make out which one it was.
What is it? What are the
Tell
attachments?
me!
with even
And if you are that kid, you're so sensible and you just don't put it on TikTok. You put the clips on if you want, you 1 shot and people go, and the class is, and then just restart the video. And everyone be like, Because the amount of comments he'll get as well. He'll get loads of
Yeah,
comments.
that's true.
And obviously, as people are commenting, they don't pause the video, so you get another view on the video, a rewatch,
Yeah.
and you get your comment. And then all you have to do is like and reply with some sort of shitty, sarcastic comment and get another comment. And then all you've done is just boost your algorithm right up.
Yeah.
See, smart man, big brain.
That's big social media brain. That is.
I genuinely think even if they made the snipers one shot, I still don't think they're that great.
No.
On Modern Warfare 2, I loved them. On Modern Warfare 2, they feel so good. I've hit multiple quad feeds, like 5 feeds, like it's amazing. And I can't wait to get onto shipment with my sniper. I haven't done that yet. That's
Oh, by the way,
piece.
I'm shipment 24/7's gone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I found that before. I was doing some camos before, went to Tesco, got some nappies for the baby, came back, got back on, and I was like, oh, where's it gone? It's gone back to shootouts 24/7.
Shoothouse 24/7.
That's not too bad. That's not bad.
I need my long
Which isn't
shots.
too bad.
I'm doing that straight after we finish.
Yeah, you go.
Fuck,
Yeah. So if you need long shots, get on shootouts now.
fuck
yeah.
Minecraft. I'm going straight onto Shoothouse
I'm on-
24/7 after this.
It took me ages doing the long shots because I kept having to like, I was only doing 2 maps. The was doing farm and shootouts. I just kept quitting in and out of lobbies until I got one of them 2 maps.
You'd get like 4 or 5 a game, and then you'd play Shoothouse, and you'd get like almost the whole gun done.
I think I did all 4 snipers in one game of shootouts.
Yeah, snipers
It's
are
like
good.
it's
I literally,
fucking
I've
ridiculous.
saved my ARs. I think I've just finished my LNGs. I've got ARs to do and submachine guns, and that's it.
Easy.
That's
I
on long
can't do-
shots, and then it's time for the.
Yeah,
I
I can't do
it's
Bass.
honestly
I
easy.
can't even do the. I can't even do the Bass P. It's locked on one.
Is
out
yours
of the
still
3.
glitched?
Yeah, it's still locked. Still can't do it.
Oh,
so
bro.
literally, I'll get every gun of Ryan except for the Bass P.
That's tough.
That's long.
You've done yours, haven't you,
It's just
Cal?
upset. I've got-
Or Ryan.
Kabing!
I'm on.
Not played
I'm on
since.
22. 22 polyatomic. I'm on. In a minute.
Nice. I want mine done purely so I can just get into S&D and start actually getting some like sniper clips.
I
miss
want to play
using
S&D actually. We should get a team together and just have some absolute. I think that
See,
is the base for content this year.
I think so.
I'm that rat on S&D. I am a riot shield and knife on S&D.
Nice.
Of course you do. I'm gonna get a right
with throwing knives and
well.
stuns.
I'm gonna get a right
It's
to an
just-
RPG.
I get right shield sniper.
Let's do it. Shield squad.
I'll get like 2 kills, but the guarantee that one of the 2 kills I get is the big sweaty prick on the other team
That
who's
will-
fuming because he's been knifed or beaten with the riot shield.
Yeah, but he won't be able to slide cancel around you.
He's screaming.
Exactly.
So, I think Cal's right. I think Modern Warfare 2 online is the way forward for not even just for content, just for enjoyment.
Yeah.
Like Will, when we did
Yeah.
the Mega Bag of Milk stream, there was like 6 of us all playing Search and Destroy, just drinking and
Yeah.
just like it was just.
It's a good laugh.
There's a
We were
lot
making
of
call
fun. I
outs
enjoy
where it was
watching
like if someone was in like a 1v3 situation, it's like, oh, so and so clutches this, everyone's got to do a shot.
yeah.
And things like
yeah.
that. And it was just...
that. I loved
It-
about
it feels
45 minutes
nice.
into that stream. You just seen Andrew like this. just trying to stay still. He's just
I fucking
Go on.
love. I absolutely adore Adro when he's drunk.
Yeah.
He makes the most
gets
unique
so horny.
hand movements I've ever seen. He,
I mean, it's,
He doesn't know what to do with them. Is it? They're just like, yeah, like.
he pulls out his Scottish accent. For about half an hour on the train, he pulls out a Scottish accent. He's still going.
Yeah.
Get back to the hotel. He's still Scottish.
He did say to me actually earlier, or last night, I think he was saying we need to get him on the podcast. He said 'cause he's keeping count of the amount of appearances he gets on here. The amount of times we talk
I think
about him.
we mentioned him
So,
every
I think-
episode for like
every
7
episode.
weeks now.
Yeah.
see, that's the thing though. You can't. If you're gonna mention him every episode, you then can't get him
And
on.
to be fair, he had his
He
annual
has to be like a
stream.
myth.
He had his annual
He did
stream.
have his yearly stream.
So
He did.
technically, we should really look at getting him on.
I've never been told to fuck off for subbing to someone before.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was literally so funny. Like, fuck off, you're
I
wasting
fucking
money.
love him.
We love
Stop.
Adro.
Cancel it, can't you?
Hype train, stop.
Yeah.
No.
Hype train, you bunch of dickheads.
What did he get to on his hype tree?
He called everyone a bunch of dickheads for getting him a hype train.
I was fuming. I was in work. I got in from work and I seen it. I was like, oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I didn't see
It
it.
was on Minecraft, weren't we?
Yeah. Which can we?
I've been playing fucking Minecraft leisurely, by the way.
I was gonna say, how are you finding it? Because for those who don't know, I had a realm about 6 months ago from my Discord community, and we set it up again this week. When this week just gone, and We have so. I mean, just looking now, there's like 9 people in the VC playing it right now. There's last night we had 12 people on, or like 12 people in the VC, like 10 of which playing Minecraft till like 1, 2 in the morning.
Chilling.
And it's like Minecraft.
The closest you'll get to
fever.
me playing Minecraft is my kid playing Minecraft on my account. That's probably the closest you'll ever get me to playing it.
I said this a few weeks ago. Well, not about a kid playing on it, but just not playing it.
As a general rule, Cal, I recommend you don't play with kids, to be fair.
Yeah.
Kind of frowned upon, mate. Just saying.
I hate myself sometimes.
You set yourself up for that one.
You did.
I said it. I was like, shit.
How are you finding it though, playing Minecraft?
I got my own house. I mean, people say it looks like a factory. I clearly missed my old job. Whatever. I thought it looked alright.
I think for a first house, it looks great, mate.
I started earlier on. I started digging into trying to find a cave next to my house. I'm now under the water. I'm just scared to go down on my own, so I need someone to hold my hand with that.
I can hold your hand.
Cal's scared to go down, he would have thought.
Prick.
I can confirm he's not.
Oh.
And apparently so can your dad.
He's killed Biirchyyy.
He's gone. He's done. Give him a minute.
He's dead.
Oh.
I fucking love Pro
I
Clubs.
knew my dad tasted different last time.
Oh!
Sounds like another would you rather this does.
Oh, I love you, Dad.
I love a would you rather.
Oh.
Amazing.
Should we do it right now?
Oh, should we? Get one from the
we got
list.
one.
We've got the list still.
Yeah, I'll find it.
There you go. But it's but yeah, I'm enjoying Minecraft. There is one person in the realm that makes me feel a bit wary.
Yep. I know who you're talking about.
Biirchyyy.
Because I started digging into my cave. I was like, oh, I'm digging my cave. I was like, everyone leave me alone, because everyone was like, oh, we've got our own caves and stuff to dig into. So I was like, all right, I'll find my own. And he comes along, he's like, oh, is this your cave? I'm like, yeah, leave.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I just dug down, took a lot of iron and stuff. I'm like, you fucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him.
But,
Ratty, get in the bin. Fuck off.
He might be getting in the bin. He definitely doesn't listen to this podcast because he's part of the thing. He hasn't spoken in my Discord for like 3 months. Hasn't been in my stream for about 6 months. So really,
Would you like a personal message from me to tell him to fuck off?
yeah. If you do like, if you do want to like,
Just a video of Monk being like,
get in the bin!
you're going in the bin. Fuck off.
you should do that. You should do like those fucking, you know, you get like the celebrity video messages. You pay like a certain price. You can just.
So I want to do. I said this the other day to Dutchy. I was like, so I want like like you can get on Etsy like people do like introductory videos for your stuff like that. I was like, I want an introduction video for the pod, but I don't want it to be normal. Like I want like a proper like bizarre person, like someone from Beijing or like someone from Japan, something like that. Something that you don't expect to hear. Like you sat there watching and go, oh, okay, like just some bizarre country, and I might just get a map. And I could just throw a dart at it and go, right, who can I find from Etsy does voiceovers from this country? And just do that, like. That'd be hilarious.
Taiwanese intro.
It would be great.
Exactly.
Alright.
Saying that, there's a guy I work with who's got a Thai wife, so I might just ask him, would you do it for me?
Yeah.
Like, can you just ask her, will she would just say this, just record her saying this for me?
Right. Would you rather?
Be
I've
hilarious.
tried to find the most fucked up one for you. Would you rather drink a gallon of cum or eat a quart? I don't know what a quart is of shit.
Is it,
How much is a quart?
It was a lot.
think a quart's
I
like a
remember when we
nugget,
looked at it last
innit? Is it
time.
like
It was
a-
a lot.
It's a liter.
I
A
need
quart
some
is a
context.
liter.
Oh yeah.
I need some context on the shit. Is it liquid shit? Is it a solid shit? Is it?
It's got to be liquid in it if it's a liter.
If it's a quart.
A drink, yeah.
I reckon if you drink a gallon of cum, the salt alone would be too much for you.
A gallon's a lot. But also, who's cut?
I reckon I could drink a litre of shit. I talk enough shit, it'd just be like it's going back in.
Yeah, that's true. You might need
But
a
the
gallon of shit.
absolute. You'd be puking. Well, you probably would become as well. You'd be puking
puking,
with it.
bro.
But
So us three voted for the shit because we said a gallon of cum is just far too much cum for any human.
It is too much.
Yeah.
A gallon of cum is far too much.
I think we equate. We
mean-
did the math because a gallon is 4.5 liters. So would you rather do 4.5 liters of something gross or a liter of something gross?
Exactly. A litre.
Yeah.
You take a litre, don't you? It's less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like me and you live and die on women people anyway, like you roll that dice anyway. So
Yeah. Well, what else we got?
Fair.
of potentially having some there. So
Would you rather have a tennis ball-sized head or a watermelon-sized testicle?
watermelon-sized testicles, you'd make loads of money being a freak.
Yeah. That is true. Then again,
I would try and squash watermelons with my watermelon testicles.
imagine trying to walk around though.
It's just like you shit yourself. That's all it'd be like, wouldn't
That's
it?
way more. That's more than a liter of shit.
Swinging. You'd be hench though, like
You'd be
just
fucking
carrying
massive,
around.
It's
Yeah.
just like having
Burning
big boobs, though,
calories.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's true. Women
Just
do it
in
on
a
their
normal
chest.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just women now. Sorry.
Guarantee you could probably get into a lot more porn having watermelon balls than you could have having having a tennis ball head.
That is true.
I mean, you could get tennis ball head up vagina.
That's a fair point, to be fair.
Gives them a new meaning for head. That does.
If you're having
Oh,
same,
dear.
if you're having same sex, do you put a Johnny on your end?
Look like a burglar.
I've just got to say, Lou's been sat on this couch the whole time. She got up, I thought she was going to bed. No, she literally just went boobs and jiggled them round. My wife, people. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh,
Oh, what a day.
that's fucking brilliant.
Um,
I mean, I don't really know where we segue out from that. So
Just left turn it, mate. Handbrake left, go for it. Just pick someone else dead quick.
Oh,
Oh.
moly.
It's the only way you do it.
oh, that's fucking brilliant. Shout out, Lou.
Is that like a mating call or?
I was about to say, have you got someone you need
Probably
to be
too
now? Have you got
fair.
someone you need to be now?
I've always got somewhere to be.
Yeah.
Like, what were her exact words before? Probably about 9:30. She went, I could be sucking your dick right now, but you're going to be busy soon.
Wow.
wow.
So you chose us over a blowjob.
Wow.
Yeah, so feel fucking privileged.
But I mean, 9:30, right? You had an hour between then.
KBN, we've done it.
And mate, when you've got kids, you take any opportunity you can.
Yeah, I imagine.
Even if it's 40 seconds, which, let's be serious, is long for me. But you take it. You take the 40 seconds you've got.
I respect it.
Exactly.
Do it.
Cal gets it.
I get it. 20 seconds done.
I was gonna say I could do it twice in 40 seconds.
With a rest period in between.
Bit of a breather.
Yeah, solid 10 seconds in between.
Poor Will's just like, oh, the podcast. I knew having you three on was a bad idea.
Oh no, we knew exactly
We
what we
knew what was
expected.
coming. We
It's the
knew.
exact
Yeah.
reason you weren't episode 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
We had
Let's
to
get our
establish
fan base
ourselves first.
yeah.
Be warned.
No, I think
Monk's a bit of a
I
dick.
feel like if we ever do a KBN After Dark, we'll have to
You're
invite
definitely the
monks
first
back
person.
on
Oh,
for that. For sure.
Oh my god.
I'll make sure I'm stocked on alcohol.
Yeah.
Gets worse. The more drunk I get, the worse I get. I become. It's like that. I have a head now because obviously with work, I do have that wall to stop myself saying something because I've got to.
Mhm.
After a few drinks, I'm just like, and then after a lot of drinks, I'm just like,
The wall's gone straight through.
Punch the
Straight
angel
through,
in
just
the
say-
shoulder. It's just all
Yeah.
devil.
oh yeah. I mean, and the angel's pretty loosely sitting there as well, so it doesn't take
Hanging on
much to
by a
get rid of him.
thread.
Just like a,
Bag's already packed, ready to go.
The devil's anchored in. He's stitched in and everything. He ain't going anywhere.
Oh well, I mean, we don't want to be cock blocks. So should we
That's fine. Go on, no,
should we
no,
wrap
sorry.
up here?
Up to you.
I think,
Are we wrapping up or is Monk wrapping up?
Trust me, I've got 2 kids and the youngest one's the twat, so I'm definitely wrapping up no matter what it is. Just saying.
And on that bomb,
I tell you now, pandemic babies are built different.
build it.
They were born into a world of chaos and they've just grown stronger. It's like the mutants. Like, I tell you
Become
now,
one with the chaos.
she's so strong. She can climb anything, and she's 2.5. And before, she's got like a little like doctor's set, and it comes with like a plastic scalpel. And she was literally running at Lou like this before. I was like, she's gonna kill us both. When you see in the news in about 10 years' time, like couple killed by their 12-year-old daughter, it's us. I'll tell you now, it's us, and we've been killed by her.
Someone
Psycho
watching this is
child.
gonna be like, I watched that guy on the KBN podcast 10 years ago.
He was quite funny. He said he's going to do
Probably
that.
the second biggest podcast network in the world.
Called it.
Second biggest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my own one. It's gonna be bigger.
Oh!
What? He's bailing on us. What? Cow?
Oh!
Joking.
Well,
So
when he does that, you're more than welcome to come and co-host mine and fuck Biirchyyy.
What about ours? What about ours?
I'm joking. I'm just tickling your balls.
Biirchyyy, I think Cahill and Soul have me to tell you something. It's just get in the bin, fuck off you go.
Biirchyyy is getting in the bin.
It's like
this
so
episode.
Biirchyyy, get in the bin. Next episode.
Biirchyyy, thanks for being a
Next
guest
episode,
for
Biirchyyy,
us
get in the bin.
today. Monk, as you are the new host, would you like to see us out?
Gladly.
Jesus Christ. I'm distraught.
Do you know this is supposed to be a gaming podcast? What gaming stuff did we talk about?
Let's talk about Harry Potter and Warzone.
It was
10 minutes out of
Yeah.
90.
There was a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about gaming. Okay, gaming. Warzone shit.
Yep.
Minecraft, cool. Fortnite's cool.
Tarkov's great right now.
Tarkov.
Cool for some people.
Nintendo's branching out from anything they've used to do.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'll get you back on track. How about that?
FIFA releasing mid-icon packs, pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a shame the game's dead already, apart from pro clubs.
Yeah, where's crossplay FIFA? Come at me.
Yeah.
Yes. Where is crossplay FIFA? You need Monk
How's
in
it
your
been out
pro
for
clubs.
now?
Since September, was it?
September, yeah.
It's got crossplay,
first
but it's
of
only
October, or
first of October.
30th of September, yeah.
And they still keep promising.
Well, they said it was
it's got
gonna come out.
crossplay, but only in certain features.
Yeah.
EA Sports
Like, you
can
can't-
sit on my face. They are awful.
It's just the fact how everything else, every game has crossplay now.
Exactly. Why?
Pretty much every game.
Yeah.
And it's like how you can have crossplay in certain features but not in others. Like,
Baffles me because obviously you go like Rivals or anything like that. It's crossplay.
Yeah.
And obviously you can turn it on and off, but that's crossplay. So why can't I play Callum in a friendly? I want to.
Yeah.
You get slaps,
Right.
that's why.
I probably won't get slapped. That's not the point.
Sorry.
No, in all fairness, all I do is I just make you laugh, so you get distracted, and then I just run around it. So,
I just feel like you'd be double legging him everywhere, like just red cards,
Yeah.
left, right, and centre.
in all fairness, I'm more horrible playing FIFA because you know how everyone uses skill moves. Like I learned a long time ago, there's nothing beating a fake shot.
I love fake shots.
So for those people who do like triple step overs and then flicks over there and stuff like that, I will just take them out. But you try and stop me with a fake shot, and it can't be done.
Fake shot and a full
You
goal.
literally-
you love
exactly.
it.
You just
That's
someone
like
just
a
go
trademark in
dink,
pro
and just
clubs.
change direction. I remember, you know when they brought up the 2010 World Cup game.
Oh, what a game!
For,
What a game!
I used to slap people as Jamaica, and they were like a 2.5-star team, and it was brilliant. They had Omar Cummins up front who had like 98 pace. He was fast as fuck and could finish. They had another striker who was like 96 pace. Wingers who were 95, 96 pace.
Just
It was
pace
just
matching.
literally just. It was basically the rejects from the Jamaica sprint squad playing up front. That's all it was. And they just used to rinse people. But the defence had like Wes Morgan, someone who played for Tranmere at the time. And they were just, the strength was like 90. They were a great team for 2.5-star team. And as soon as you had the ball, you just fake shot, through ball to Omar Cummins and he'd be through and goal and no one's catching him. He was gone.
Yeah,
It's
there
great.
used to be so many broken things in every FIFA. It was either the near post shot, or it was the finesse shot, or it was the McGeady spin, or it was the fake shot. Like it's just. I do feel like they've got. I will give them the one thing they've got it to a point where there's not really one thing that's like overpowered that I can think of, apart from Trevella's maybe.
They've nerfed Trevella's a bit though.
Yeah, I still bang him in top bins.
Of course you do. You Biirchyyy.
I remember like one year, it didn't matter. Like if you had, like it was either Zlatan, Ronaldo, Messi shooting, he went in every time, regardless of where you shot from. It was just like, oh, let's go.
Yeah. Prime like 95 Messi used to just fucking. You ain't stopping that.
When Zlatan was at AC Milan,
Ooh,
I used to just terrorise people with that team. I used to play Zlatan and El Shaarawy up front.
Oh,
One was quick. One was quick and one was just
El
dead
Shaarawy
tall.
when he was still a silver, and you. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I used to have El Shaarawy left wing, silver. Michael and Lietche, the Brazilian, informed silver. He was normally a right wing. He was like a 50, 100k card. Bought his informed silver for like 1.5 million.
Yeah.
At the time, everyone was like, "What the actual fuck?" Clap cheeks.
I tell you now, the most underrated card from like FIFA 2015 was Giovinco.
I loved him.
What card? What card?
He was so quick.
Yeah, he's so good.
He just used to violate people.
He got MLS Player of the Month or something, or some sort of MLS card of the year. SBC. My lord, what a card! Unreal.
His pace was like 99, weren't it?
Yeah.
His pace already was like 92, and then just went, oh, we can't really go any higher than 99, so you just have that. But it felt like it was like 110.
Yeah.
Ultimate Team died when they took out the Brazilian league, and B made silvers so much worse. You used to be able to properly have a full silver team and compete.
Yeah. No chance.
Marcio Azevedo, left back for Botafogo, 5-star skill moves, 69 rated. Clapping.
S fine. Remember S fine.
I remember playing a game with defenders only. Like I think it was I went as Brazil and played defenders only and put Dani Alves and Maicon up front and
Maicon
them
could
guys
easily
can
play
score.
striker in any team.
Oh, it was ridiculous. It was like Maicon and Dani Alves up top. I had David Silva and I think it was Marquinhos in centre mid. It was as a team, it was a joke. It shouldn't have been able to exist because Maicon and Dani Alves were still dead quick as well and could score. It was like having actual strikers up top.
Brazilians are just built different.
But it was like I felt sorry for the kid at the end of it. I beat him like 8-0 as well, and he must have come up and gone. They were all defenders. How was he won?
Those are the days of Ultimate Team.
It was before Ultimate Team.
Or before Ultimate
When
Team.
did it come out?
Ultimate Team 2011 or 2012.
Was it? Oh, it was.
FIFA 11.
It was a DLC.
12.
It was a paid for DLC at first, though, weren't it?
Yeah, it was paid for at first.
Madness.
Yes. Football. FIFA. Yes.
Fuck a ball.
I'm joining in.
just say Ronaldo's better than Messi and piss Cal off.
Shut up. Messi scored. The day of recording this.
Messi's won a World Cup though. I know that bit.
I'll tell you now, though, right?
Messi's just scored today, so.
Ooh.
Right.
I mean, there's no arguing. Ronaldo's in the Saudi league now.
Exactly.
It's done.
He's sold out, I think. Let's be
It's
serious.
done.
Debate's over. However, unpopular opinion:
Done.
Mbappe didn't score a World Cup final hat trick.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Didn't.
Because if you'd put a bet on him to score a hat trick, he wouldn't have got paid out. Because he scored the third. He scored the third in extra time.
And two of them are penalties.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't make a difference if he scores.
I know,
he's
but
still a
it's
hat
just
trick.
like-
But
It's not quite the same as scoring properly, is it? Like,
Will got involved in a football conversation.
I actually own FIFA. I actually own the latest FIFA,
Oh, yeah.
which is wild. I know how to pass. I know how to shoot. That's about it.
Oh,
But
please get Will on Pro Clubs.
FIFA, KBN teaching Will how to play
Oh my
Yes.
god.
would be brilliant.
You'd struggle. But
I'm going to
down for
transform
trying.
you
I'm all
into
there for
the
that.
best FIFA player of all time.
Can you imagine if like, literally have like 2 to 3 lessons? You're like, just got to do this. Next now he's spanking everyone.
Yeah.
He's picking the ball up from centre half. He's just running through everyone, hitting a 40-yard pearl into the top bit every
You've
time.
got to teach him in a way of like of engineering mechanics. Just be like, you gotta do this angle and do this and that, and he'd be like, oh yeah, bang, done.
Will works out all the math. He's
All
like,
you
if I
got-
hit,
all
if
you
I hit
gotta
it from
do-
here with this much power and generates this much curve, it should go top bins every time.
All you've got to
don't
do
do like
is
what?
just slide tackle everyone 2-footed. That's it. Only thing you've got to do.
Just absolute take out everyone. Rugby tackle style.
I'll send you all my favourite picture from football. I remember like at uni we had one of the girls who was on photography came down and started doing took photos of all the 3 teams at uni, and there's literally a picture of me off the floor, 2-footed, some guy, and by get the ball, my shin got the ball. I just took him out completely, but he was a massive dickhead and he deserved it. So
You went to Edgehill Uni, right?
now I went to Bolton.
Oh.
I applied for John Moores in Cumbria. I needed 3 Cs to get into John Moores, and me design and technology project was basically destroyed by some little shit in year 7 who thought it was dead funny to go in and like wreck everything.
Oh.
So like loads of people were like, oh, we'll just submit our work anyway and see what happens. And I think I got a D, and I wasn't far off a C, and I was fuming. But the only lad who went, do you know what? No, I'll do an extra year and do it again. He'd built like a gaming chair, so he took an old car seat, welded it onto like a frame. He'd built like a C frame, put like an LED screen in front of it, so like literally you could lean back in the chair and the frame would rock with you.
That's it.
And your screen stayed eye level at all times. It was great. He got an A-star, to be fair. So like,
Too right.
deciding to redo it all and wait for a whole year to do it was good. And the best thing was that when the lad originally wrecked it, he hadn't put the LCD screen on yet. He's like, oh, that's the last thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'm not doing first is he's putting that on. That'll wait till the end. That was a good job he did, really. So like, but yeah, he ended up getting an A-star. But yeah, so then I went to go to Cumbria, and then me grandma died, and I was like, do you know what? I don't want to be miles away from home. So I just went through clearing to see what I'd get, and ended up at Bolton. So, and then if it didn't end up there, I wouldn't have met Lou. So it's weird how things work
It all
out.
happens
So
for a
All worked
reason.
out perfectly.
yeah.
It all happens for a reason.
Whoop, whoop.
On that lovely note, I'm going to wrap up there because I need to go to bed.
It's getting late. My camera's about to die any second now as well.
Boo.
Shit!
Monk, thank you so much for being a
Bye.
great guest. Really entertaining and funny as always. If anyone wants to check out Get in the Bin podcast or Monk stream when he does, we'll have his links down below in the comments. And,
Yeah.
Biirchyyy, Cahill,
Thank you all.
great as always. Love chatting. seeing
Always
you
a
both,
pleasure,
as
treasure.
always.
Oh, not at that in ages.
Everyone that's listening, I hope you've enjoyed. Please like, follow, subscribe, turn your alerts, all that jazz. We'll catch you in the next episode. Big love. Peace out.
Bye!
Bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye!